hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.
What is going on, you guys? This is your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast, man. Shout out to everybody that was on A2D with us, coming over and checking us out. Appreciate y'all. So, y'all saw the thumbnail. Y'all see what I want to talk about. Apparently, these new athletes we got coming out are superhuman. Apparently, we got people out here 6'6", 260 pounds running a 4.2. These numbers are crazy, man. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to run a 40, and it's probably going to be like a 4.2, 4.3. I'm just going to let y'all know right now. I'm calling my shot. All right? This is what we're going to do from now on. 2021 is the year of fake 40s. That's where we're at right now. Shout out to Julio in the building. Shout out to PJ Red Pill, Carlos, Kevin, Ewing. 4 weeks left. Yes, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Oh my God. I might have to go calm my dog down. All right, no, we should be good. But anyways, yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about just the pro days overall, man. I feel like we've been seeing some crazy numbers. Like I said, this, and like the title says, I am going to be talking about my last plea, my final cry for us to go and get Micah Parsons. But before we get into that, let's just talk about some of these numbers. So obviously we saw staying in Penn State, we saw our defensive end Jason Owa run like a 4.36. Justin Fields stumbled and ran a 4.4. So imagine if he didn't. So I don't know if I believe a lot of these. We talked about this a little bit on A2D, is that I feel like I don't want to say that they're fudge, because I know that they're doing the same things that they're doing at regular combines, and it's still the laser time and all that technical stuff, whatever you want to say. But it just seems like a bit much, man. Like, so I'm not really looking at them. Some were unofficial. Yeah, I feel like all of them are unofficial, because some of these numbers are crazy. And we saw it last year too. Like I said, a little bit of it, I give it to these guys that I feel like, we are just seeing more athletic people. It is what it is. Like, it's a new age of athletes that we're seeing. But like I said, some of these dudes are like 260 running in the 4.3s. Like, come on, man. That's a bit much. But like I said, look, we have a lot of options at number 12. We know that Howie Roseman loves speed. So all these high numbers, maybe that brings a couple of these. Justin Fields 40. I only seen the 4.4. That's what I saw. It was when he stumbled and ran a 4.4. So that's what I saw. And I was like, I gave it the eye face. You know what I'm saying? But no, look, we're just gonna say it. I want Micah. I know a lot of Cowboys fans are hoping we get Micah Parsons for some reason. I don't know why. But if Micah Parsons falls to us at 12, that's gotta be the guy. That's just gotta be the guy. There's no other person in this draft that's going to be there at 12, unless somebody like Jamar Chase falls, that I'm even swinging at. Like, I feel like Kyle Pitts is going to be reached on by somebody, probably the Cowboys, if he's still there. At least you're that athletic. I don't believe half of this. What do you mean, believe half of it? Like the 40s? I just don't. Those numbers, I don't want to say they're fudge, like I said, because I feel like they would probably get in trouble if they did some stuff like that. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. But then it makes you think about people like, Kyle Pitts and stuff like that. How real were they for their 40 times? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the 40 times. Yeah, I don't know. So why Micah over Joker? Micah, I like Jeremiah Oko or whatever, Okowusu. I like his mentality. I like how he plays. He's very fast, but I don't feel like he's a finished product. Like, I feel like he can be a great player, but I feel like right now Micah Parsons will be a great player. Maybe it'll take Micah Parsons a little bit of time to really become that middle linebacker, that guy, and learn the defense and really become a leader on that defense. But he's got it. He's gonna be that guy. I know what I'm getting out of somebody like Micah Parsons, and I like Jeremiah. I guess that's the best way I can put it because I can't say his full name. And I feel bad chopping it up. So, and JC Horn, I mean, I don't really know if JC Horn's going to even be there. If I'm being 100% honest, like I feel like the Cowboys might take JC Horn. That might be their that might be what they do. And depending on what happens with Patrick Surtain too, if Patrick Surtain is off the board, we'll see. I don't really know how this draft is going to fall. I feel like this is probably going to be the weirdest draft, to be honest, because it can go a number of ways. You got Surtain at 10. Yeah, if y'all take a cornerback, I'll be a little bit nervous. I'll say that. Or even like a defensive lineman. If y'all try to fix y'all defense at number 10, I'll be a little nervous. And if y'all get Micah Parsons, I'll probably cry. He said, "What's good? How much was your bail out on bail?" Hey. And prayers up to DMX, bro. My man's is, apparently he had another overdose and he's in the hospital. So, prayers up to that guy. But no, we out here. I guess so all I had to do was like stop showing the video and it let me right back on. But as soon as it let me right back on, I was already like ending the broadcast. So it's life. It is life. It is what it is. But I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all this next 2 months is gonna be kind of murky for me because I'm like part of a wedding and the bachelor party's like in 2 weeks. I just got a car, so I'm trying to get that all figured out. It's just gonna be a weird couple, weeks, but I'm here. Is this where we start calling the players we have no shot at getting overrated? Just last week, Jamar Chase, Hall of Famers. I've never said Jamar Chase was overrated. I've been on I don't know if you're new, but I've been saying that Kyle Pitts to me was a reach. I don't think that Kyle Pitts is that guy. If we can get Jamar Chase, I would have been ecstatic about that. I would still be ecstatic about that, but I've been said that. I see Parsons as a 3-4 edge rusher. He has the ability to be wherever he needs to be. I think he can be a great middle linebacker. I mean, he has all the ability to be it. So does Jeremiah. I mean, look, Jeremiah is on as high as he is because of his athleticism. Realistically, I mean, he's a better pass coverage guy. I'll give him that. But I think Micah Parsons can run. Micah Parsons can hit. Micah Parsons can. He can do it. I think he can be the fine guy. And if you want to go with Jeremiah because you want his coverage, cool. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like somebody like Micah Parsons is going to make the defensive line job easier. Jeremiah is going to be another pass coverage guy, which is cool. That's nice. We do need that. But I feel like someone like Micah Parsons is somebody that's going to shoot those gaps and either A, like I said, make the defensive line's job easier, or B, just be a beast and be there every time. Like that's the thing. We have a nasty defensive line. And I think what held us back, especially this year, is that we were moving side to side. We weren't going north to south. We were going east-west as our defensive line goes. There was too many times that you see people like Javon Hargrave, even Fletcher Cox, getting pushed to the side because they're worried about the run because our linebackers can't shoot gaps. And, they can tackle. I'll give Alex Singleton can tackle. TJ Edwards can tackle. I'll give him that. You know what I'm saying? But when you have somebody that knows what he's doing at that linebacking position, it can make a world of difference. And if Jamar Chase falls and you take Jamar Chase, I'm not mad. If you take Jalen Waddle, I won't be totally upset. I'll be kind of, I don't know how I feel about that, if I'm being honest. Devontae Smith, I wouldn't be mad. If Kyle Pitts falls to us at 12, I would not be mad at that. I think number 12 is a better, pick for somebody like him than number 6. But we'll see. I don't think Kyle Pitts is going to. I mean, we talked about this on A2D. Me and Brandon was just talking about this. Like, Kyle Pitts, to me, I think he's somebody that if I ignore all the media and ignore all the hype around him, I feel like he's somebody that's going to drop out of the top 10. And we'll see what happens. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe I'm totally wrong. But we will see. Cowboys like screwing us, so I honestly think they want Pitts. My thing with that is, like, what would Pitts be for the Dallas Cowboys? They're like third, maybe fourth option. Realistically, like, do you draft the third, fourth option at that pick? Like at some point, you know what I'm saying? There's only one ball. So at some point, man, what's good, BMO? What's good? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Prayers up. Prayers up. I feel like we took CD Lamb last year because y'all took the tight end we wanted him to do. Yeah, no, I feel you. I kind of do feel like it was like that too. But I mean, look, I don't think you guys need any more weapons, and I'm not saying that to hate. If you take Kyle Pitts, I'm not worried about that. I really am not. And I said this the other day, and a lot of people kind of was roasting me in the comments for it. It is what it is. I really don't look. You guys go offense. I'm not worried about you guys at all. I really am not. I think your defense is more of your problem. But if you guys go defense, I'm gonna get a little worried. I ain't gonna cap. Piece of DMX, one of the last shows I went to before everything was shut down, was one music festival in ATL, and DMX had the whole place rocking. I'm pulling for X, something love, and light his way. That's what's up. Yeah, I saw him one time in Jacksonville. And it was recent, so he went crazy, bro. He definitely went crazy. He's that guy, man. That's my dude. Shy. He says I like JOK with the cover 2 defense that we're supposed to run, and his coverage is needed. I look. And if that's the reasoning behind it, then I agree. I think we need to go linebacker at the end of the day. Do I think that, Joke is the number 12 guy? Maybe not. I don't think he's as good as Micah Parsons, if I'm just being honest. And I'm a homer on that. So I'm going to be 100% honest. I have a Penn State bias. It is what it is. I feel like Joke kind of just came out of nowhere. He has athleticism, so he's a sexy pick, but look, they run about the same 40. They're about the same athleticism. So I like what Micah Parsons would bring to this defense. I think he's that boomstick type guy, and he'll just bring that attitude. What's good, Richard Roof? What's good, brother? AK Eagles in the building says, hey, bro, just stopping in on my break to say what's up. Keep doing your thing. Sorry, I can't watch today. Really busy. No worries, man. I appreciate you sliding through, bro. Appreciate you sliding through. My parents love DMX, especially. Bro, my dad used to love DMX. He hated like all the music that I listened to, but he loved DMX for some reason. It never made sense to me. But hey, it is what it is. I hope he's good. But yeah, I mean, so like I said, I think that we need to go defense. I think if we were at number 6, I totally caved and was like, all right, if you're going to take Jamar Chase, take him, go get your best wide receiver available. But if you get to number 12, bro, I don't think Jalen Waddle is going to make an instant impact on this team. I really don't. I feel like we have a lot of players that can play his type of role. Maybe he's better. That's to be seen. We'll see. But I think we have a lot of players on this team that can play that role. And then if you look at people like, who else would be there? Devontae Smith, I wouldn't be mad at us getting him. I would not be mad at that. Just offensively, like, there's really nobody at that 12 spot that I'm like, we got to grab him, because I really don't see Jamar Chase being there. And Kyle Pitts, if he's there, like I said, I would be down for that. He's probably the most likely to me to fall. What's good, Rome? What's good, brother? What is good? I agree. We got Waddle like playing in Rager. Yeah, we got it in either Rager. We got it in, we'll see what Quez Watkins can do. I know everybody's chopping him up about his footwork. I haven't seen that yet. So I got to see that. But, everybody's chopping him about his footwork video. But we got, Quez, we got Hightower, we got a couple. And then, obviously, I was about to say we got Marquise Goodwin, but he bounced on us. So that was hurtful. I'm hearing Devontae Smith will fall to us. I couldn't pass on him if I were drafting. There's very few offensive players that I would go for at number 12. Like I said, if Devontae Smith is there, I wouldn't be mad at it. It would make more sense to me, honestly, like that if they were like, yo, we could probably get this guy Smith at 12. Let's just fall back. I still don't like the value that we got for the trade, but, it is what it is. So if Devontae Smith, if Chase, if Pitts, that's really the only 3 offensive players that I would really swing at if over a defense at this point. I think we need a linebacker, man. We've ignored it for so long. Dolphins, Chase, Lyons, Smith. I don't see how they fall. If that happens, then you're talking about Kyle Pitts is probably going to fall. I don't know, because I feel like it's going to either go 4 quarterbacks and then like a bunch of offensive linemen, does defense become this is going to go one way or the other, because if they think that the difference between, the three top wide receivers, like I'm gonna bunch Kyle Pitts in with those guys. So if you think the difference between, Kyle Pitts, Devontae Smith, and Jamar Chase is not as big of a difference as it is for like a Patrick Surtain, J.C. Horn, and then whoever you got at 3, Caleb Farley, whoever you want to put 3, 4th. If you think the gap is bigger there, then if you're in the top 10, you probably take the defensive player, right? Like if I think that the difference between a Jamar Chase and a Devontae Smith is probably not that, they're both around the same players and you can get one of them. And, you look at the second round players like a Kadarius Toney, you look at all these guys, like you have to look at it as a whole. Since the wide receiving core or wide receiving class is so deep, does that hurt the top end value? Right? That's what I'm thinking. So maybe that happens and, we end up with a great offensive player. And that's how Howie was looking at it. Like, there's not many defensive players, but there's so much offensive firepower in the first round that they might drop. Look, I'm grasping for straws. I'm hoping, right? I heard that Smith and Waddle are the same receiver. See, and that's what we got to get. We got to get that, and we got to get a lot of these offensive linemen off the board. Right? I'm going to be that used car salesman, bro. Like, I'm going to be that guy. Like, look, you need Elijah Vera Tucker. Whoever wants to take him in the top 12, go grab him. You need him. You need Kwity Paye. Go grab that kid. Go grab every offensive lineman. Go grab every defensive lineman that's ranked in the top 5s. Because once you get past these top guys in the defensive line and offensive line, there's a significant drop off. So I'm hoping that teams look at it and be like, I'd rather just get the sure thing. You know what I'm saying? Being this high up, I'd rather just get the sure thing. And we go from there. We need 5 quarterbacks to go. We need some unprecedented stuff to happen. I see Chad Johnson and Marvin Harrison. And hey, I mean, we'll see. That's a tall task. That's a tall order. You know what I'm saying? That's a tall order. Shout out to everybody that's in here. We got 30 people between all the platforms. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe if you are new. Appreciate you all. We do these usually, I usually do these daily, but lately I've been a little bit busy, but we getting back on it. Scenario at 12, Mac Jones is there, and the Bears call the trade up from 20, and they are offering Roquan a 2021. I'd probably take that. We're gonna have to pay Roquan, which sucks. But you still get a first round pick. You can go grab yourself a good cornerback. Somebody like a Caleb Farley might still be there. Shoot, somebody like a Jalen Waddle might still be there. Then you open up your options, He's really got a hit, though. That's the thing. I don't see why the Giants and Cowboys would draft Kyle Pitts, especially the Giants, because they signed Kyle Rudolph to pair with Ingram. Everything I've been seeing has Dallas. I think, I've seen some content creators saying that they really want Kyle Pitts on the Dallas side. And I've said time and time over again, that makes no sense to me. The one thing I will say for the Giants, prior to them signing Kenny Galladay, Kyle Pitts probably would have walked in there and been their best wide receiver, to be honest, and their biggest wide receiver, which is big. He would still obviously be bigger than Kenny Galladay, pause. But I could see them, really looking at him as a wide receiver. So they need a big guy that can be on the outside. If they see that in Kyle Pitts, that would be a reason why I think the Giants would pull the trigger on him. Cowboys, they just have some weird infatuation with having a bunch of good names on the depth chart, because at the end of the day, maybe CeeDee Lamb can go. They're about to give up. This is what blows my mind. They're a lot of people's, and I know I have Cowboy fans that watch, bro, and I love y'all. It is what it is. But a lot of people have told me Michael Gallup is probably going to leave, so we need to get somebody, to fill his position. Not at 10. Like, that don't make no sense. Like, that don't make no sense. Why you go? Michael Gallup was like your 3rd, 4th option. Like, that makes no sense. But hey, it is what it is, man. What's good, Michael? What's good? I'm good, man. How are you doing? I have a feeling we're drafting Paye or Vera Tucker. Look, if you look at history, I want to say it's been, don't quote me on this, but I think it's 7 of our last 10 drafts. We've drafted a big man. We've drafted either offense or defensive line. So, I mean, that's a lot. Like, you feel me? That's a lot of people. So, hey, maybe we will see. You know what I'm saying? We will see. I like Quiddy Pay. Quiddy Pay is a dog. You know what I'm saying? Quiddy Pay is a dog. He's strong. He's fast. He's everything you want at that defensive line position. Um, I was a little bit worried before I'm still a little worried because I don't really know how much I can trust a 40 time. But, the only thing I was worried about is if he had that speed to be an outside edge rusher. I think he does. But, we'll see. Quiddy Pay wouldn't be a terrible pick. Wouldn't be a sexy one, though. Definitely would not be a sexy one. If we take Elijah Vera Tucker, I would be upset. I'd rather move back and get this kid, Jalen Phillips, I think his name is, the dude with the glasses, and Brent Cuffle, I can't say his last name, but he does those videos and he did like the most violent man, and that boy's tape just jumped out at me. And then I did a little bit more research. That kid's a beast. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna go Elijah Vera Tucker, he's good. Trade back and go get that guy. I'm with that. Smith at 12. If he's there, I'm with it. If he's there, I'm with it. Yes, sir. Hit that like and subscribe, y'all. Please. We need cornerbacks. We do. I agree. If I don't know how much I've done a little bit of research, and I don't want to say that I've done extensive research on these cornerbacks. I like a lot of these cornerbacks, if I'm being 100% honest. Like, I feel like the pool is very deep. And that's why I feel like people, I don't want to say very deep, but I feel like it's pretty deep. I feel like there's a good 6 cornerbacks that I actually like, that I'm like, I think we should really look at these guys. And they kind of go into probably like the 3rd round. So, I mean, like, I really like the cornerback position. And that's what I'm kind of hoping happens to the wide receiver position, is that people see, that there's a lot of people that can go. There's a lot, because I think it's happening to the linebacker position too. They're looking at it and they're like, okay, there's probably like a top 5 at this position for me. I like it. I like this cornerback. I'm not saying it's like 6 all-pro, but I mean, even if you get somebody like an Eric Stokes in the 2nd round, if you get somebody like a Tyson Campbell in the 3rd round, I think you're still getting dogs. You can get like a Paulson Adebo on the 3rd day. Like, there's some good players. Do they all come with no caveat? No, they all obviously are not day 1 prospects for a reason, right? But then if you look at the first 2 rounds, I mean, you got you got Patrick Surtain, you got Caleb Farley, you got obviously I'm gonna blank on people's names, but y'all help me. There's like there's like good 5 people that could go in the first 2 rounds. Like, yeah, so I think it's pretty deep. There's like when you have 5 players that are like first 3 round prospects, like, I think that's pretty deep. So I only say that, and like I said, I'm not saying they're all amazing. They're all going to be elite. If you watch Quiddy Pays, he looks like he takes plays off. I'd go to Rousseau or Phillips better. I respect that. Yeah, Quiddy Pay has been the number 1 guy for a while, though. I will say that. We need to draft at least 2 corners. Yeah, I like. Look, and we can disagree here, right? It is what it is. That's what this is all about. We can disagree here, but I do like this cornerback class, and I like this wide receiver class, and that's why I feel like they're being devalued. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like we might get lucky and see a run on different positions, because offensive line, I think there's 3 guys that are really good, and then the rest of them are. I think there's 3 guys that are like borderline great. Like, I think if you look at Penny Sewell, he's great. If you look at Rashawn Slater, I believe he's great and he's versatile. Elijah Vera Tucker is like right there. I feel like he's like right on the edge. Like, I think he's very, very good. I don't know if he's great. But after that, there's a lot of projects. You know what I'm saying? Because even the dude that I said with the glasses, he's a project. So, it is what it is. But like corner, there's like you said, there's like a good maybe 4 or 5 people that can come in and just start. You know what I'm saying? They might not be great, but they can come in and start. I agree that first round and early 2nd have great corners, but I feel after the 2nd, they're not much left. I disagree. Though there's people, like I said, like Eric. I should just pull up a thing, but there's people like Eric Stokes. There's a guy from what's his name? Old boy from UConn that ran like a 4.3. He's a dog. there's guys that you just got to work with them after you get out of the first, day and a half. I guess like we're lucky and we have an early second round pick, so you kind of still hope that that's a hit. But after you get out of the third round, you're really looking at project players, no matter what it's going to be. But these players have the measurables, and that's something that you don't always find. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them have good tape. You know what I'm saying? We need to sign a corner and draft one instead. We don't have money, man. Or female. I don't know. I don't want to be rude. I'm sorry. But we just don't have money. We just don't have the money. If we had the money, we might have done that. You know what I'm saying? I know that we were in on Adoree Jackson, but at that money, I'm not paying Adoree Jackson that type of money. Christian Darrisaw but he's a project to me. Christian Darrisaw is very good. You're right. I'm capping on that. So maybe I'll give you 4. Trailwell is a sleeper. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot. J.C. Horn. There we go. J.C. Horn was a guy I'm forgetting. There's just so many guys that you're looking at. And maybe it's because I'm looking at them now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the difference. Now I'm like actually like in depth looking at these guys. But even guys that I've talked to that have covered drafts for like years, you know what I'm saying? Like you guys have been with us. We've talked to people, everybody from Dave Spadaro to the guy that writes on Sports Illustrated for the Colts. Like we've talked to a good amount of people, and even they say like this class is just different. It's just a different class, and we're seeing that. How would I rank the NFC East quarterbacks? Do I have to be honest? Now, I'm going to give the flowers to him while he's here. If he can come back healthy, Dak Prescott is probably going to be the number 1 quarterback in the NFC East. If he comes back healthy, he's proven that he can be that guy. He has the weapons to be that guy. Number 2 is going to be murky, though, man. It can be really. I mean, look, a lot of people are on the Daniel Jones train now because he has the weapons. I mean, it's undeniable, right? You have 2 good tight ends. You have a great borderline. We have a very good wide receiving core. You have a good wide receiver core. We'll give you that, right? And so you got the weapons. He doesn't really have an offensive line. We'll see if they address that in the draft. But on paper, I would probably have to give the nod to Daniel Jones, but I think Jalen Hurts is going to be right on his heels. And depending on what the Washington football team does at quarterback next year, that'll be interesting as well. But right now, I don't even know who their quarterback's going to be. Who is their quarterback? I'm actually asking that because I know they gave up on Haskins, they gave up on Alex Smith. So yeah, so we'll figure that out. We will figure that out. How I look at the top 3 corners: Surtain is a technician, Horn is a boxer, and Farley is a shadow. Can't go wrong with either. It depends on what you like. I agree. I 100% agree. Look at that. Yeah, there's a lot of people, bro. Greg Newsome is nice. Shakur Brown. I haven't looked up Brown. He's nice. Tyson Campbell. I like Tyson Campbell a lot. Fitzpatrick. Is that who they got? Fitzpatrick. Okay, yeah. I forgot where he signed. That's hilarious. He's gonna be definitely at the bottom list. I mean, he could be great. There's gonna be games that Fitzpatrick's gonna go out there, and they're probably gonna be against the Eagles, where he puts up 300, 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. But he's definitely gonna have those games where he puts up like 200 yards and 5 interceptions. So I'm gonna go with consistency at least. So hopefully the rest of us will be that good. The knock on Darrisaw is he's not physical, making him sound like he was another Dillard in that aspect. That's going to be another interesting. We have so many players that, either don't want to be here or we don't know what their role is going to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting, man. Do I think San Fran should pick Jones? I feel like Fields is a better quarterback. So I was talking to my homeboy. I've been trying to get him on here for a minute because he does a really good job. Either way, I was talking to him and we was talking about how he really doesn't like it. He doesn't really like Fields or Mac Jones, to be honest. And he's talking about Pitts. Yeah, they talking about Pitts. Personally, realistically, I think that I like what Fields is. I really do, but I don't know. History is just really starting to smack a lot of these quarterbacks in the face. It's not. I don't know. I think that it was a boiling pot. I think it's bubbled over, and I think people are starting to realize what. I think things are starting to calm down with some of these quarterbacks. So it'll be interesting. I would like to see them get somebody like Fields. I think Fields would be better for them because he can just air the ball out, and he can do kind of those quick throws. But we'll see. I don't know. Jones is. I don't know why people like Jones. I still really don't understand why people like Jones. But when he's fit, magic. When he's fits magic, he's good. When he's fits tragic, he's not. Exactly. Like that man is the most I don't want to even say unreliable. He's just inconsistent. He's very, very inconsistent. Very, very inconsistent. But there's so many ways we can go with this draft, guys. Like, yeah, I'm trying to think of like, because even if we go offense, you're reaching. That's the only thing. Because I feel like if Jamar Chase goes, if Kyle Pitts is gone, if Devontae Smith is gone, then you got to switch your mindset to defense. You know what I'm saying? If two cornerbacks go off the board, you know, a linebacker, if it's all defense in the beginning, then you got to switch your mind to offense. Like we're in a position now that we kind of got to go with the wind and we got to kind of hold our breath when, you know, Dallas and the Giants pick, because realistically, we petty. The NFC East is the pettiest division in the world, in my opinion. The NFC East is so petty. So they're going to see, like, they're going to be like, oh, okay, hold on. I know they want Micah, or I know they want this. I know they want, because I feel like we've been giving out our cards. Because for Howie to feel like he knows something, you know, I feel like that's the only reason you trade back already. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody telling him the truth. Alcabar, the analyst, was good, bro. What about Waddle? If he's there at 12, I wouldn't understand. I would understand it as far as why Howie does it, because Howie loves that speed. But I just feel like we have players that can fit that type of role, and he might be great. I know a lot of people have, you know, compared him to Tyreek Hill, and he's this, he's that, but we got guys on this team that are small and fast, that are explosive players. I don't think he's going to come in and be that number one guy. He might. I could be wrong about that, but I think you would have to have another guy around him. So I think if it's down to just Jalen Waddle being that guy at 12, I think you look at defense and you start seeing who the best player available is. Like, we are in that position. We have to take the best player. I low-key want all the QBs, defense, and offensive linemen to get drafted before we pick, so we will have no choice but to draft one of these great skill players. I agree. I think that's the only way that it will happen. And maybe he knew that's what was going to happen. Maybe, you know, maybe Howie is not such an idiot. I doubt it. You know, I think he just kind of shot his gun a little bit early, which I there's no explanation. Like, there's got to be another shoe that drops. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that this will make sense, because until then, it just doesn't make sense to me. I understand we got a first round pick next year. It still just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. Diami Brown in the third. Oh, we got to get that dude Diablo. I was looking at. Let me not say his name too loud, because if I say his name too loud, my stream gets demonetized. Apparently, we don't need to take a wide receiver till 4th, 5th. We are good with the young guys we have. Look, I've said from jump, you go grab the best players you can get. So if in the second round the best player is Jalen Waddle fell somehow, you go grab him. You know what I'm saying? But don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get ahead of your board. That's the most important thing for this right now. Yeah, what's good, big play, Slay? Please tell me I didn't miss it. Miss what? Be aggressive, trade up, and trade back in the first. I mean, if we trade up, I'm gonna be pissed, because it's like, brother, what do we do this for? Like, the most I'm gonna be. One thing I'm most afraid of is that we really are just gonna give up all these picks and go and grab a quarterback, go and grab like a Deshaun Watson or grab a Russell Wilson. Just don't think we're in the. I'm not gonna be mad at it, but it's just we're not in that position right now. We're just not in the position to do that right now. Shout out to my guy Philly 52 in the building, saying, yo, I'm late. It's all good, bro. It's all good, bro. You good. I appreciate you coming through. Yeah, you can't say that, man. You can't say that on this channel. Not on the live. Not on the live. Shout out to everybody, man. We got 40 people. Please do hit that like, hit that subscribe. Share it with a friend or something. I mean, I'm trying to think of like a theme song I could sing that would go with this. Thank you for being a friend. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, y'all ain't know I had that. All right, but anyways, Bateman, wide receiver number 1. See, and that's the thing. Like there's like 6 wide receivers that people are like, oh, this is gonna be the best guy. This is gonna be the best guy. So I'm hoping these dudes get freaking. I'm hoping that it gets devalued. I'm hoping the position gets devalued. That's what I need. Shout out to my guy Philly 52. What it do, bro? With the $5 donation. I appreciate that so much, man. Appreciate that so much, bro. You ain't got to do that. But y'all got to join the what's it called? Y'all got to join the Discord, bro, because the Discord is blowing up. I don't even know half the people anymore, but it's always fun. It's always a good time in there. Is it possible to trade for Russell Wilson with all the picks we have this year and next? It's possible. It's very possible. And if that's the other shoe that drops, I'm going to be very nervous. I don't think we're a player away. And we talked about this. Like I said, we do a show every Saturday on A2D. So, we did a show just literally like an hour ago at 1 o'clock. We did it at 1 to 2. And me and Brandon were talking about that. Would we rather have one or the other? If I had to pick one, if we were going to trade for one of them, no matter what, and I had to pick one, I'm taking Russell at this point right now. If everything clears up with Watson and he's good to go, I would probably maybe switch my mind. But right now, I'm going with Russell because I know what I'm getting with him. And even deeper than that, if you really want to look at it, we've seen Russell Wilson with bad teams. We've seen, Deshaun Watson with bad teams, and the production from both is not the same. I feel like Russell Wilson can do more with less, especially at this point in his career. It's less of a financial and long-term commitment. So I don't know. I would probably go with Russell Wilson right now. If Watson's legal issues don't go south, I'd be okay trading for him. Yeah, but not trading all those picks for Russell. I think it's going to cost the same, so I would probably do it. I mean, it is what it is. If you had to do one or the other, I feel like Russell Wilson could win us a Super Bowl in a couple of years. Real talk. Like, I think we wouldn't have to do too much, and he could bring us there at least. Like, he can be that guy on offense to elevate everyone around him. Deshaun Watson is a great player, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he's that guy yet. I do not know if he's that guy yet. Shout out to Be More Careful. $5 for the I can't even talk. Shout out to Be More Careful with the $5 super chat. Just cause somebody else donated. I respect that. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all stupid. That's funny though. Divine Diablo looking like Cam Chancellor out of VA Tech, 6'2", 225. Strong safety with coverage skills. He ran a 4.4 and is like he's seeking missile when he hits. Him and Joke are my favorite two. My faves on D. Pause. I respect that pause. But nah, bro, I loved what I saw. I hated that they kicked me off of Alive for it, but I did like what I saw. He does look like a dog, bro. Like, I think there's a lot of safeties though. Hey, this is a good draft, or I could just be now watching film, so I'm, now just starting to think everybody looks beautiful. But I think we got some dogs out there, man. Russell Wilson has been there and done that. He's been on bad teams, and I'm not saying we're a bad team, but we're not a great team, right? We're still a 4-12 team, or whatever the heck we went for, 11-1. I still can't believe we tied that game. I would have just rather have lost. Would have rather just lost, but it is what it is. But yeah, we are 4-12 team. It is what it is. So that doesn't change over an off season. That has to change through the off season. We got to figure it out. But I even said this earlier. If we would have ran it back, I probably would have been like whatever at this point. Because it's like I don't know what this team was. Let me ask you guys this question. I was asking Brandon, and he was like, "I don't." You got me. So like, what did we learn last year? You know what I'm saying? What did we really learn? Like, we learned a lot of rumors. We learned that maybe Howie's I think we all knew that Howie was kind of a jerk, to say it nicely. But what did we really learn? we didn't really learn anything last year. So even if we ran it back, I think it would have been a different outcome. Yeah, I like Diablo. He's going to be a late round pick. I'd grab him to make him a coverage linebacker. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. What did he say again? 6'2", 225. Like, psh, psh. I'm surprised he only ran a 4.4. Man, this is 2021. You holding the clock for yourself when you run these 40s. Apparently, I'm telling you, I just ran a 4.1, and y'all don't want to believe me. I was not recording it at the time, but I ran it, and y'all gonna believe me, bro. Like Flight be saying, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have the cameras running, but I really did. In mock drafts, I seen Etienne or Harris low in the first round. I feel like we should trade up for one of them. I don't. I think that you'll get one of the tight, and I like them. I do like them, but I think you can get a good, if not great, running back in the second round. I think this is going to be kind of like when looking at Miles Sanders, he was a first-round guy. He was a first-round prospect when he got him. There's never really been a need for running backs anymore. It's just not a high draft choice anymore. So I'm sure somebody like, the Packers might take somebody late or something like that. I'd rather sit at second, and if you really want a running back, go for it. My guy Chuba, or Chuba, I don't know how to say his first name, but somebody told me it was Chuba, so it is what it is. We'll see. My guy Chuba went out there and ran like a 4.3. I was talking about how he's a bruiser. He's in between that. My man went out there and ran a 4.3 something. That's when I really was like, bruh, I don't know, man. That's crazy. If he really did run a 4.3, that's insane. So, I mean, there's a lot of good running backs, to be real. What's good, Show Nuff? You happy a 17th game was added? I don't care. I mean, I won't say like, oh, I needed that 17th game, but you give me a extra game that counts. I'm not going to be mad about it. It gives me extra time to try and get tickets. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad about it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think it's going to help us. I know a lot of players are for some reason like complaining about it now, but it's kind of what you signed up for. But it is what it is. Appreciate that, Mike. Appreciate that. Exactly. And I mean, and look, Deshaun Watson could probably make them better too, but like you said earlier, Russell Wilson just been there and done that. Exactly. We didn't learn anything. If we did learn, what we learned are off the team now, right? You could say we learned some stuff about Carson, but he's no longer our quarterback. You could say we learned about Doug Peterson, but he's no longer our coach. So it's just 6'2", 225 is the same size as Darius Leonard. That's crazy. I got a feeling Howie is going to surprise everybody on draft day. When does he not? When does he not? What about Jared Patterson out of Buffalo, bruiser back that accumulated 4K yards in 3 seasons? I would have to look him up more. I've heard a lot about Rodimore Stevens. I've heard a lot of different names. Oh boy, from Duke, I think it is, or North Carolina, I think it is actually. There's a lot of guys. Like I said, my boy Chuba is the guy I've been pounding the table for since the beginning. So I'm going to keep saying that. I think he's nice. Yeah, Javonte Williams is the guy I was talking about. Michael Carter is good. There's a lot of good running backs. Should we draft a quarterback in the late rounds? Yeah, go ahead. Like, get yourself like a 5th round, 6th round developmental guy. Go right ahead. I have no problem with that. If you draft a quarterback at number 12, I think the whole load of everybody in Philadelphia, I think, can get behind me when I say that we will go insane. Make sure y'all join the Discord to continue these talks. Yeah, yes, sir. I'll pin that message. So, yes, sir. Make sure y'all join that Discord, man. Continue these. I like that. I don't know why I'm still trying to read it and talk at the same time. But, yeah, they get everything first. Like, it's almost basically like being a member. Like, I drop everything in there, like, mad early. So, and if you do want to be a member, it is still only $1. So, the link is always in the top of the description. Hopefully, it's still there. It is still there. So, if you want to become a member, like I said, it's $1 for the month. So, go ahead, hit that. Get to be there live for the interviews. We just did an interview with our new punter. If you even knew You had a punter, guys. We have a punter in Philadelphia, Aaron Sipas. He was awesome. So definitely go check out that interview. That was a lot of fun, man. Make sure he said, what's good? What I miss? What's good, Moochie? Chilling, man. We just chilling. You know what I'm saying? We just talking that talk. You know how we do, but what's good, bro? That 17th game will be for second string players. That's what I'm thinking. I think, you know, once you know you're in the playoffs, or maybe it'll be maybe it'll make those last. If it was like an interdivision game, maybe that's what they should have done. You know what I'm saying? Like you play one more interdivision game. That would have been cool. But I don't know. Like it just doesn't really make sense because it's like you're going against the Jets. Like who really cares? Like especially if your season's not on the line, who really cares about the Jets? Like I mean, I don't. No offense to the Jets. I mean, I don't know why I care about offending the Jets, but and take another quarterback somehow with the 12th pick. I would love that. Yeah, I would love that. I want Javonte Williams bad. Would not be mad at it. I just don't. I think you can wait till the third round and get yourself a good running back. Real talk. I really do. Terrence Marshall is going to be a player. Yeah, I mean, that's that's a pretty obvious statement there. No, I was kidding, but no, I think Marshall's going to be good, and that's another dude that they call Scary Terry, right? Look, if you got a good nickname, I root for you. That's it. You got my sign off. If your nickname makes me laugh, like I asked the punter, so don't believe everything you read. This is why I always like to preface everything I say to people. Like, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I read this. But, somebody said that his nickname was the Leg of Thunder from Down Under. And he was like, bro, I have never heard that. So, like, I mean, I like some of these nicknames. So maybe we have a new nickname for our punter exclusively made on, on Philly the podcast. So if people start chanting that for him, like if he turns out to be a Pro Bowl punter and everybody's like, bro, we got the Leg of Thunder from Down Under, remember where that came from, because punters are people too. All right. Yeah, the Cowboys are going against the Patriots. The Patriots suck too. We beat on the Jets every time we play them. Facts. I can't wait. The Leg from Down Under. Yeah, he was awesome, man. He was a really cool dude, man. Javonte would go mid-second. Not earlier. Wouldn't mind Scary Terry either in the late rounds. That dude's a beast. Bro, if I was drafting, or if you were drafting, or if any of our subscribers, real talk, or if Infamous 2K was drafting because he won the draft contest, I'd feel so much better. But we got Howie Roseman. Making draft picks. So I feel like there's so many good players, but with every draft, there's bad players. And I feel like Howie Roseman has like a metal detector that finds the tarnished old pieces of metal that nobody wanted. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're cleaning up the beach, Howie, but like get us a gold watch every now and then. Like please do something, because you wasting our damn time, man. I'm tired of it. I am the biggest Rashad Bateman fan and stand of all time. I like Rashad Bateman, man. He's a big dude. He's fast. I'll take it. What's good, Taste Line? 11-0 versus Jets. Sheesh. It's all good. It's still new. You know what I'm saying? It's still a new nickname. You gotta let it brew for a little while, settle for a little while. Taven Jenkins is a Tiger. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, his film was insane, bro. And he has glasses, which is even scarier. I wear glasses. And when I wear glasses, I'm a different person. So like when he's wearing his glasses, he's a scary dude, bro. I don't know how I try to connect that. I'm not. I just try to like kind of take off a little bit of his shine. But yeah, nah, man. You see him just like mauling dudes off of the film like 10 minutes after the whistle. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. The dude, I forget his name. I want to say it's like Brett Kaufman or something like that. Man, he did a great job breaking down his film. So shout out to that guy. But he called him the most entertaining tackle. I agree. I wish he acknowledged the chat, but it was a premiere video with the punter. Well, yeah, the channel members got to watch it live, and then I just re-premiered it. So like I said, the channel members just got to watch it live. But he was a cool dude. He was a really cool dude. He'll probably come back on again. He said he was down, so Scary Terry might go on the first. That'll be interesting. The real Scary Terry. I love Terry McLaurin. I hate that he's from Ohio State, and I hate that he plays for Washington. There's no reason that I like him, but I don't know what it is about him. He just got that. He got that swag about him. You know, he carries himself in a cool way. I like it. The problem is now with Mailata that Mailata is balling out how he will think he really has an eye for the steals. Facts. Excuse me. I love it. But either way, man, I'm about to get out of here, man. I appreciate everybody rocking out for a little bit, man. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it with a friend. You know, tell them to come join the next live because we try to do this as much as possible. And yeah, if you guys want to become a member, links are in the description. Be sure to hit a bunch of buttons before you get out of here. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is fly, Eagles fly. And we are out.